an Empire Boxing and Unlearning Network production.
Welcome back to the Empire Boxing Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Jay, and tonight we welcome a rising star. Elijah Garcia at 16-0 is a professional boxer with 13 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He is the WBC Latino champion, the WBO Intercontinental champion, ranked number 1 by the WBA, number 2 in the US by BoxRec, and 9th in the world. I don't know if there's any more room for numbers on your resume there.
Yeah, just a couple more knockouts and a couple more titles, and we'll be good.
Yeah, and it sounds like there's a busy household. You got your family there. It sounds like there's some kids. Tell us about your family.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of us here in Whitney. You know, how many is there? There's like 9 of us in this house. You know, I got 2 kids. I got a wife. I got my brothers. I got 2 brothers. I got my mom, my dad, and I got my godmother here living with us. And majority of the time, you know, we got lots of family over, or lots of friends too, you know, so we like a packed house.
I was going to say, it sounds like your community runs deep. That's awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's keep it close.
And so let's go back, and I want you to tell me about, what is that?
So my dad's making espresso.
Oh.
He's famous for his espressos. He just came home, so he's gonna make us both espresso. Sorry.
If he shows us what it looks like after he's done.
All right, say no more.
He's got to finish the espresso.
Send him a video. Send him a video of the espresso machine and everything. I want to see that.
Because, I mean, if you hadn't told me that, I would have thought someone was getting their soul exercised in the background there for a second. No, it's just espresso.
Yeah, he has this cool machine he found on a good price. It's like a $1,300 machine. He got it for a couple bucks. So,
Dad,
yeah.
The bargain hunter.
Oh, yeah. He likes to make espressos. He grills.
What can't he do? He's a boxing coach. He's a barista, by all accounts, and he also is a bargain hunter. I need to come hang out at your house. It sounds like there's way too much fun going on over there. Eli, let's talk about you. I was reading about you a little bit, and you know, it seems like you're a really athletic guy just by nature. You played all the sports. At what point did boxing sort of take over and become the one that you decided to make your life?
So I was really good at baseball. I really liked football. But 8th grade, I tore and ripped my groin and hamstring.
Jeez.
And so I quit playing football. It kind of ruined it for me, and I started wrestling. I had like 20 or 30 freestyle matches, and then for some reason the wrestling room was closed, so we went to my grandpa's boxing gym over break, and we kind of stuck there since I was 12 years old, and I stuck with it, and it's brought me this far. So
wow. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was your grandfather that saw something in you around 11 years old. What was it that you think he saw?
It's just my grandpa, his dad used to fight. He trained my dad, and now he has his grandkids in the gym. So I think it's just, you got to keep it going, and that's what he did. So, it's not that. I don't think he saw anything. It's just, he liked spending time with us, getting to work with us like that.
Yeah. And so where's Grandpa at right now? Is he living in the house as well, or?
Yeah.
There's no room for him.
Pretty soon he'll be. Look at that.
Oh, let's see that. Oh my God! Wow. Did he make it for you? Or
he's made that right now. It's a double shot. What is that? Double shot macchiato. Called a cortado. It's a horchata.
Horchata. Yeah, I've actually heard of the cortado. There's gonna be no sleep tonight in the Garcia house.
Oh my! I just came back from California right now. I just got driving. Yeah, I had my 3rd espresso today. To be honest,
I love it. Keep the engines going. So, what does it mean to you to be a 4th generation boxer in a prestigious lineage like that?
To be honest, I'm hoping I'm the last, because I feel like we've all been fighting for a long time, and I think I'm the closest. Even on my website, she had brothers fight too, and her dad fought. So I think I'm the closest one to getting this world title. And once I get this world title, I think that should be it for everybody. I feel like that's a family accomplished goal. So
Right. Okay.
very
So
exciting. It's just,
what happens when your son's like, Dad, I want a box?
I don't, I mean, I think it's good for him to train and everything like that, but I don't think he needs to be having fights and cutting weight and everything like that. It's too hard. It's too hard on her body. Not that, but mentally, you got to be prepared for it. A lot of people think they want to fight, or a lot of people, you know, to be honest, a lot of people think they want to fight, or a lot of people, want to train and stuff like that. But if you don't have that mentality, you'll get yourself hurt. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, fair.
But
And what's I think it's so cool. I've talked to, quite a few guys that have had,
cool.
their dads as their coaches. And there's a really interesting dynamic between, how do you balance family time and having coach and athlete time? What's that dynamic like with you and your dad and your father?
Well, the cool thing is, I see a lot of father son duels, and the only problem is, there's only a couple of them. Like my dad, there's only a couple who's, their dads actually fought. You know what I mean? Like I remember going in the amateurs, all these kids, had their dads training them, but none of the dads fought before. And it's different because, we and my dad went out there to tournaments and stuff like that. Like the other coaches would recognize my dad, you know what I mean? A lot of the coaches would recognize him, talk to him, or a lot of the judges even, you know what I mean?
Right.
And none of that, but so he knows what it's like to fight. So when we come home, we don't want to talk about what you need to do, how you need to do it. I'm telling you, it's more about like we're at home, it's time to chill. You know what I mean? Unless it's like 2 weeks away from the fight week. For the most part, I'm at the stage where I fight like every couple months. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when we're at home, it's just all about it's family time, what we're gonna eat, what we're not gonna eat, what we're gonna do, and that's what's special because a lot of I feel bad for a lot of the kids, growing up amateur because their dad never fought before, their dad has them training their asses off. You know what I mean? And it's not fair. They should have a childhood.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, and you would know that best as well because you made a very early pro debut after a really brief amateur career, and then you stormed the scene. Tell us about that pro debut experience fighting in Mexico. You were 16 years old.
Yeah, so I've said it before a couple of times, like these Mexico trips there's a lot of other people that like it, you know what I mean? Because they go out there, they have easy fights and shit like that, but not me, to be honest. I like to stay at home, and going out there, it's kind of a hassle for me because one, you got to come out of the pocket. Two, you got to hustle for your own sponsors. Then three, it's happened to me like a couple times where you go out there, they're like, okay, so this is the guy you're gonna fight, and it's just he won't show up. So then there's another guy, and then the other guy's like 20 pounds heavier, or the other guy's, like you honestly don't know who you're gonna fight out there. There's been one time I was in like Atención, Chihuahua or something like that. And they just had a bus full of fighters pull up. There was like 30 fighters in there. They all lined up, and they're like, okay, well, which guy do you want to fight? And
Wow.
we're kind of like, well, which guy, is on the box rack?
Yeah,
And
just on site? That's crazy.
yeah, just on site. So then, we kind of like went from height, went from, how much do you think he weighs? And then that was pretty much it. Like I had hopped on the scale at like 147 pounds, but, that really didn't matter.
Right. So it's a little bit wild out there.
Yeah, way wild. I actually got a fight they didn't even record. I fought Papas and Beer in TJ, and they got busted because they're throwing too many fight. Like every weekend they're throwing a fight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I guess they got caught up because you're supposed to take a break in between time periods, and I never got my fight on there, so I should be 17-0 with like 15 knockouts, something like that. But
Right.
it's part of the boxing game against.
So how do you find like, relating to other guys your age? You know what I mean? Like you have crazy experiences like what you're just talking about, fighting in some bar in like an unsanctioned event in Tijuana, like you're like guys lining up outside of a bus and you're just eyeballing who you want to fight. Like you have all these experiences. Like how do you relate to other people your age? Do you find that difficult or?
Yeah, to be honest, nobody could relate to me. I mean, like even going to school, like I went to school and, I never really had friends. Even in high school, I never really had friends. I got two same friends, since like fourth grade, and, we've been tight ever since. But, like right now, I had my first kid, I was 16 years old. I had my second kid when I was 18 years old. 18 years old, I started fighting here in the States, and it wasn't like, you know, every other 18-year-old that wants to go out. You know, like my 21st birthday just hit, and you know, like I got to fight in about 7 weeks. You know what I mean? So I'm not out there, you know, partying or doing other shit. You know, I'm here with my kids. I'm here with my family. I just took my kids to Disneyland. Like when I was 18 or 19 years old, I fought Vidal, and the fight was March 4th. And my son, my wife, and she was pregnant. Oh, so my son, my wife, and my daughter, they went to Disneyland without me because, you know, I trained, get ready for, you know, the big fight, and they celebrated his birthday out there. But you know, it's to be honest, I don't think anybody could relate to me. Yeah, it's difficult, it's hard, but you know, that's why I have my family, and you know, we're so tight, we're so close.
Yeah, it makes sense you guys have this unit because I mean, yeah, what a lifestyle to lead. Like there's not a lot of people that could probably,
Not at all. I mean,
share
like
that with you.
if I take one or two of the wrong steps in the wrong direction, you know, like everything could just, I could lose everything easy, no problem. You know what I mean? Like I'm at the stage where, especially in boxing, I'm at the stage where, you know, I'm taking these hard fights, you know, 50-50 fights. And if I lose, you know, I'm not sure, you know, what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to lose. So